Interview.
All right, so I'm here with the developers of Far Cry 2 in Montreal, in Canada. So, guys, how did you make the decision to kind of set the new game in Africa?
We actually spent a long time trying to think about where was the best place to set Far Cry 2. We wanted to capture the exoticism of the original game, and the problem with going back to the tropical island is that you've been there a dozen times at least in the last few years, and we needed somewhere that had that same feeling of foreign, never been there before, and yet could support Dom's ambition of having the most beautiful game in the world. And we wrestled with that for 3 months before we, I think, finally Alex said, "I know, Africa." And just like that, everyone went, yeah, that's it.
Not only was it a visual decision, but we also wanted to sort of have like a location that would support, like let's say, like credible storyline for Clint. And actually, the desert island was actually a really good idea because it's super iconic. Everybody knows it. It's super memorable. You know, everybody recognizes the ocean, the island, the palm tree. So Africa is something that also, like that sort of typical African grassland, savanna, sunset. It's sort of anchored into all of us. So we wanted something that was symbolically as powerful as the desert island. LP and I went there. Yeah, we basically going there basically made the difference between having a game that feels like Africa to us Westerners and actually having a game that feels like Africa. You know, like before we went to Africa, everybody looked at it and said, "Oh, it's cool, but something's missing," but we didn't know what it was. But after we came back, what we added basically just made everybody go like, "Yes, that works."
We were in certain spots because we went through a lot of different parks, different areas, and it's amazing in a 30-minute ride how diverse it is over there. It's completely different areas, and we were in some part, like, it didn't happen often, but it did happen a few times. We were like, this is exactly like our game. We got this one right. But at other points we were like, oh man, we got this wrong. It's crazy. We need to come back. We need to rethink this. And basically just being there, you know, at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, it's so hot. You're just looking for shade. You become tired. You see this wall, this heat effect that's just like always in front of you. So you're in the middle of the savannah. You got kilometers of open land around you, and still you got that feeling of being kind of like claustrophobic almost because it's so hot. So we wanted to portray that in the game, and something that I know Clint wanted from the beginning was you know, really kind of like that dirty game, that dirty aspect, not technology. You know, wanted to go back to kind of like a more realistic game, and being there kind of like really proved that it was the right way to go.
Well, I mean, initially when we started thinking of what we wanted to do technically with the game and talking with Clint and different people that were on the core team, we wanted to be able to have a very dynamic world. That was the key for us. So we could have settled for forest or any other different types of setting, but Africa was really nice because we had the extreme of jungle with, you know, it's very oppressive lighting. It's very dark in the jungle. You have always movement around you, though. The wind ruffles every leaves around you. The light shifts all the time. And then you have, up to the other extreme, you have, you know, completely open savanna where you can see up to the horizon. You know, you can snipe a guy 700 meters away if you're good enough. And then we had in the savanna another very dynamic element was the grass. And Alex, actually, we have a very stubborn art director, spent a little over a year spamming us with videos of grassland in the wind. Initially, we just said he was crazy, and after a while, we thought he was serious about this. So Philip, our lead 3D guy, started coding some different prototypes, and eventually that evolved toward the kind of grass that we have today, up to the horizon. Basically, what we wanted is to simulate the wind in the environment. That was kind of the key. So through vegetation, through the grass, through the clouds, or procedural sky, and then that leads us to the fire also. We're also going to ship with some tools. We're not going to ship a full modding tool, but we're going to ship tools that enable people to build environments at home.
Excellent. Thanks a lot, guys, and good luck with the game.
Thank you.
Thanks.